back in the 60s, I can only speak the 60s and above. The 60s, you had everything was like transitioning into something different. You had the people that didn't want to go to Vietnam. You had the beat group they call the beatniks and all this stuff. And you had the white guys talking to the black girls and the black guys talking to the white girls and you had the parents. I always say the parents didn't like this. Some parents accepted, some parents didn't accept it. And it led to the harmony. And like I say, the music. Especially the Motown music. Everyone knew the Motown music. They say Marvin Gaye. They knew Marvin Gaye's song. The Temptations. They knew this. The Miracles. The Contours. They knew everyone. Mary Wells. They knew all these artists. And the music was like it would a thing that would bring people down. If you were hyper, it would bring you down, put you in a relaxed mood. I remember that when Martin Luther King was in town and did that famous speech of his, "I Have a Dream." We weren't here. We were in New York at the Apollo Theater, but we came home the following 3 or 4 days after they did that speech. And like I told a lot of people, back then you had complete access to anything in the studio. You could go in the control room and hear tapes of other artists and so forth. And we were all down here that day, and we heard the engineers mastering "I Had a Dream," and the whole group, myself included, we stopped and said, "Who was that, man? Let's listen to that." It was the voice and the way it was characterized. So we came and walked right into the control room while Robert Bateman and Sammy Mack and other guys was in there. We said, "Who was that?" They said, "That's Martin Luther King." Now, we have heard of Martin Luther King, but we had never been around Martin Luther King, And we listened to that speech, man, and we say, "Wow," So that was our experience with Martin Luther King, only through, again, music. We never met him face to face, but I do know the stuff that he sacrificed for us. Martin Luther King, he was telling the people, "This is what you should do, peace." Because I know myself, man, and knowing the type of guy I was back then, ain't no way the hell, I would be dead. Because ain't no way the hell I'd let them cats put them police dogs on me like they did them and put them fire hose without me fighting back. But they didn't fight back. And by them not fighting back, that helped us to grow. Turn your other cheek. There's 2 cheeks. You only got 2 cheeks. Turn your head. Violence is not going to work. And music will work. People will work. They'll get themselves together, and you have to sit down and think. That's what I think it is.